What's going on, fight fans? Thank you for checking out the Natural Grappler channel. All right, so for the main event, we let it marinate. We know what's going on. It's in our system. We know what's gonna happen. Jorge Masvidal, Gamebred Masvidal. Put some respect on that man's name. He's gonna be fighting Kamaru Usman. Oh man, this fight right here is wrecking my brain. It's a crazy turn of events. Number one, I already said this, but I think what we're seeing in this time of pandemic, where these UFC fights are still going on and they're testing safely and putting these guys in the octagon to compete, what we're seeing is these short notice opponent changes. They tend to get the upper hand. I'll give you the example of Tyron Woodley versus Gilbert Burns. Tyron Woodley was supposed to fight Leon Edwards, but Leon Edwards could not get into the country. Tyron Woodley was training his butt off, and he was set on fighting Leon Edwards. He didn't want to fight Leon Edwards, but he said, look, UFC, give me somebody. He was hungry for a fight. They said Leon Edwards is the guy. Could not get over to the U.S. Insert Gilbert Burns. Gilbert Burns massacres Woodley, beats him for 5 rounds. Short notice fight, different kind of opponent. Gilbert Burns and Leon Edwards are two dramatically different kind of fighters. Just plain as simple as that. The second example, who was it? Oh, yeah, Tony Ferguson versus Justin Gaethje. Tony Ferguson has been thinking about fighting Khabib Nurmagomedov for the longest time. That's who he's plotting and planning on fighting. He takes a high risk in taking on Justin Gaethje, of all people. Like, Justin Gaethje is a bad man. And Tony Ferguson says, forget about it. Sit him in the octagon with me. I'll get rid of him and make it known that I'm coming for the title. He takes that fight. Justin Gaethje wore that man out. Wore him out. So it doesn't really favor Kamaru Usman taking a fight on, 6 days notice. And I'm technically going to say it's really like 4-day notice, because they can barely even train out there in Abu Dhabi. And I'm not making excuses. I'm literally just laying it out for you. You barely get to train in Abu Dhabi. You only get like 4 days to really do your own thing and like cut weight, do the PR, and fight on Saturday. But at the same time, you knew that you were going to fight Jorge Masvidal sometime. That's who you were originally supposed to fight a while back. So you've done some training, you've done some scouting, but this is just a bad blood fight. This is the kind of fight where Jorge Masvidal shines, man. Like, if he doesn't like you, he's gonna put on a good performance. See Ben Askren, 5-second KO, fastest knockout in UFC history. Jorge Masvidal, man, Gamebred Masvidal, like, he's been a solid fighter. Like he said, something just clicked on him where he said, my career has to change. Isn't it ironic that Colby Covington and Jorge Masvidal both said the same thing? Like, they used to be roommates, and here we are in 2020, and both of these guys have careers that are in the limelight. Jorge Masvidal is definitely more active, but here he is with the title shot. If he beats Kamaru Usman, he is the champion. He is the champion. And a lot of people, I've been watching my comments, a lot of people say that, Jorge Masvidal is going to win. He's going to get the KO victory. And he definitely can. I've seen the knockouts. The last knockout I think he had besides Ben Askren was Darren Till. That was crazy. But he also did get put down. And Kamaru Usman does punch heavy and hard. It's going to be a tough one. It's going to be an exciting one. Man. Whew. I'm just ready for that fight. That's all I got to say. It's a late-minute fight. I'm wary about the last-minute thing. I can't deny that. But at the same time, you got to be game to fight. That's why it's called Gamebred, man. And Kamaru Usman, he's a champion for a reason. He's going to get in there. He's going to do his takedowns. I want to see what Jorge Masvidal can do to stop those takedowns, or just counter him. He's going to get into jiu-jitsu. Is he going to hit him with them elbows? I think it's going to be a crazy shot. I feel like for a fact it's going to be some kind of crazy shot. Kamaru Usman is going to be trying to get a takedown up against the cage, and Jorge Masvidal is going to hit him with one of those Mike Brown elbows like he got Uriah Faber back in the day. It's gonna be something like that. It's not gonna be a mixed martial arts fight. This is gonna be a fight. This is gonna be a fight. All right. So if Kamaru Usman has a plan to avoid that, then please go ahead and implement that, because this is going to be a good one. This is going to be a good fight, man. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. How does this fight end? I'm curious to know what you guys have to say about it. We only got a few more days until the big show, and you can find me on Twitter, man. I'll be tweeting the whole night for this card. This is going to be exciting. So, all right, Natural Grappler, I'm out.